What secret does that blue tin hold that almost everyone has at home? Beyond its unmistakable scent, Nivea is a story of science, audacity, and, of course, lots of cream. Join us to discover the origins of this cosmetics giant, its challenges, and the occasional myth that has surrounded the brand for decades. Let's go back to 1890, Hamburg, Germany. A pharmacist named Oskar Troplowitz acquires Paul Beiersdorf's laboratory. Troplowitz was a visionary, a man obsessed with science and with a fixed idea: to create something revolutionary for skincare. The key to everything was Eucerat, an emulsifier discovered by chemist Isaac Lifshitz. Eucerat allowed water and oil to be mixed stably, something unthinkable until then. Troplowitz saw the potential, joined forces with dermatologist Paul Gerson-Una, and together they gave life to the world's first stable moisturizing cream. 1911. Nivea is born. The name, derived from the Latin, niveus, white as snow, reflected the purity and softness that the cream promised. And the packaging, a yellow tin with green letters in an Art Nouveau style. It was simple, elegant, and, above all, functional. But the beginnings were not easy. Convincing people to use a skincare cream was a titanic task. Personal hygiene was not a priority for many, and the idea of smearing something on their face sounded strange. Troplowitz did not give up. He bet on innovative advertising. He filled the streets with posters, organized demonstrations in stores, and distributed free samples. Little by little, Nivea gained ground. The First World War was a hard blow. Raw materials were scarce and international trade was interrupted. However, the brand survived. And with the arrival of the 1920s, Nivea re-emerged stronger than ever. It was then that the yellow tin was transformed into the iconic blue container that we all know. A simple, clean, and timeless design, the work of designer Juan Gregorio Clausen. The blue represented purity, trust, and closeness. The brand did not just sell cream. It sold a lifestyle. Nivea became associated with the sun, the beach, the family. It launched after sun products, shaving creams, shampoos, all under the same brand, with the same unmistakable scent. The 1930s were a golden age for Nivea. The brand expanded throughout the world, from Europe to Latin America. But the Second World War once again put the company to the test. Factories were bombed and production was interrupted. After the war, Nivea had to rebuild itself. And it did so with the same determination it had shown since its inception. The brand adapted to the new times, launched new products, and reinforced its presence globally. In the 1980s, Nivea Men burst onto the market, focusing on male grooming and breaking stereotypes. It showed that skincare was not just for women. But what about the myths? Here comes the juicy part. For years, a rumor circulated about Nivea and its supposed relationship with the Third Reich. It was said that the brand had actively supported the Nazi regime and had even used slave labor in its factories. Fact or fiction? The truth is that the story is more complex. Beiersdorf, Nivea's parent company, like many other German companies, was forced to collaborate with the Nazi regime during the war. The company fired Jewish employees and used forced labor. However, after the war, Beiersdorf acknowledged its responsibility and allocated funds to compensate the victims of Nazism. The brand has tried to distance itself from this dark chapter in its history, but the rumor persists. Today, Nivea is one of the best-selling skincare brands in the world. Present in more than 200 countries, it remains synonymous with quality, trust, and tradition. But Nivea is more than just a brand. It is a childhood memory, a familiar scent, a feeling of well-being. It is the cream that our grandmother used to rub on us, the one we carried in our backpack to go to the beach, the one that protects us from the sun and the cold. Because sometimes, behind a simple blue tin, there is a whole story of science, audacity, and well-kept secrets that few know. If you enjoyed this journey through the history of Nivea, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave us your comment. What other myths or brands would you like us to investigate?